From kangaroos that resemble alien life forms to cockatoos that look like deadly dinosaurs, here are 19 weird baby animal pictures. This is Mystery Mondays. Number 19. Lucy King's photos show some stingray pups born at the Bristol Zoo in the UK. You can see the spotted patterns and distinct saucer shape of the creatures as they occupy containment tanks at the zoo. You can also see how small they are in relation to the size of a human hand, but they'll grow to about the size of a car tire. This odd-looking creature has an odd name, the HELLBENDER. A group of these salamanders hatched at the Chattanooga Zoo in Tennessee. Pictures from the zoo depict the small size of the salamanders as researchers hold the dark critters in white-gloved hands. Although they look small for now, this North American giant salamander will grow to around 29 inches long and weigh over 5 pounds, making them the world's 4th heaviest living amphibian. You know, we couldn't find a reason why they are called hellbenders. What do you think? Now this kinda looks like a rodent, doesn't it? But it's actually a prehensile-tailed porcupine born at the El Paso Zoo in Texas. In pictures from the zoo, notice how the critter has a brown coat that appears to be soft, but as the animal matures, the soft hair will harden into sharp spines, or quills, for which it is known. This species of porcupine has a large unquilled tail that helps it climb trees in the native Central and South American habitats. Taking a look at this picture from Wildlife Reserve Singapore, this critter looks like it's happy to finally come out of its shell. The southern river terrapin was born at the Singapore Zoo. Did you know this species was thought to have vanished from Cambodia until it was rediscovered in 2001? They've since been designated the national reptile of that country. The little creature eyeballing you is a little JAVAN langur, born at the Singapore Zoo. In the picture provided by Wildlife Reserve Singapore, the animal is maintaining its balance while its mom keeps a protective watch over her offspring. These old world monkeys are also known as the JAVAN lutang. As it matures, sideburns will grow and cover the ears. The pocket shark is a rare species that has 2 pockets next to its front fins. This picture from Michael H. Ducey at Tulane University shows a male specimen that was estimated to be a few weeks old when caught in 2010. Look at how small the black shark appears in the hand of a researcher. Did you know this was only the second of its species ever seen? Agouti are rodents related to guinea pigs and are usually found in the rainforests of Brazil and Argentina. Now this fella here was one of 2 agouti born at Newquay Zoo, and they're the first of the species ever born in the UK. We like this picture because it made the critter look a bit like a wise sage, or maybe a Jedi Master. Did you know they can use the force of their sharp teeth to open Brazil nuts? This picture from the Alaska Sea Life Center appears to depict an old whiskered creature with googly eyes, but it's really a Pacific walrus calf that makes its home at the marine facility. In the photos from Alaska Sea Life Center, you can see how experts are caring for the critter in its tub as it plays with a ball. The walrus is pretty big for a baby, but at maturity, it'll weigh around 4,000 pounds and develop some wicked tusks that measure over 3 feet long. Pictures from Florida's Mote Marine Laboratory and Aquarium depict a tiny octopus hatchling. You can get an idea of just how minuscule the creatures are by comparing it to the tip of a pencil eraser. Another picture shows its size in relationship to a penny. The newly hatched larvae are pretty much born independent and require no additional maternal care. This pygmy hippo calf was born at Bristol Zoo Gardens in the UK. Nicknamed Winnie the Minnie, the creature can be seen wandering about the zoo enclosure, usually under the watchful eye of a mother. Bristol Zoo Gardens participates in an international breeding program for pygmy hippos. This species is rare, and less than 2,000 of them are thought to exist in the native West Africa, where deforestation and war erode the habitat. Winnie weighs less than some human babies at only 10 pounds, and you can see a small size relative relative to the bottom of a metal gate. Adult pygmy hippos weigh about 600 pounds, or less than a quarter of their bigger and better-known cousins. We don't usually think of babies as having an evil appearance, but this larva is definitely the exception. This fearsome armored caterpillar will one day morph into a beautiful swallowtail butterfly and exhibit striking blue hindwings. The caterpillar actually starts off its life red, then darkens over time. The blunt red horns running along its body serve to warn off predators. This caterpillar feeds on the pipevine plant, which is poisonous, and the creature retains the plant's toxins in its body, which would give a predator a fatal culinary experience. The Audubon Zoo in New Orleans welcomed 2 of these critters into the world in 2014. They're called False Gharials and were the first of their species ever to hatch in captivity in the US since 2009. You can see in the pictures from the Audubon Zoo just how fierce the critters look, even as babies. The zoo noted that while the hatchlings are only a few inches long, they can grow to lengths of nearly 16 feet as adults. They're native to Borneo, Sumatra and Malaysia. Some of us here at Epic Wildlife thought it bears a resemblance to Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. Can you recognize this animal? The pangolin is found in Africa and Asia and are the only known mammals that have adapted protective scales made of keratin as a type of protective armor. You can see evidence of that in these pictures from the Taipei Zoo. Notice how the scales are already present along the creature's body. This critter is a female and was born at the zoo in 2014. This pup was born at Australia's Taronga Zoo. Pictures from Vanessa Stebbings depict a pup who seems more than ready for his close-up, what with his snout and ears right in the camera. Did you know the ghost bat is the only carnivorous bat in Oz? It's named for the thin membranes of its wings, which give it a ghostly appearance in the moonlight. Now, can you guess what this critter is? Although it looks like some sort of alien life form, the picture from wildlife photographer Jason Edwards depicts a baby kangaroo, which is still inside its mother's pouch. A camera was inserted inside the mom to get the picture. At this point, the baby had another 6 months or so until it would emerge. Did you guess this critter is a baby flamingo? It was one of 2 birds born at the Columbus Zoo, adding to the flamingo's flamboyance. Flamboyance meaning a group of the birds. They don't display the signature pink color just yet, however. The critters gain that coloration from the diet, which consists of crustaceans and red and blue algae. They're packed with beta-carotene and carotenoids, which contain organic red and orange pigments. Now, some zoos feed their flamingos organic pellets containing the pigment to enhance and maintain their striking colors. What would you call this creature? Well, it looks a bit like a dinosaur, but it's actually a baby aardvark. This one was born in 2015 at the Royal Burger Zoo, located in the Netherlands. Pictures supplied by the zoo show the animal striking a pose that might be interpreted as elephant-like or saurian in nature. Other pictures show the creature nuzzling against its mum and sleeping. The aardvark was born as part of the European breeding program of the animal that is overseen by the Burger Zoo. This critter was born at the Jurong Bird Park in Singapore. In this picture, courtesy of Wildlife Reserve Singapore, which owns the bird park, you can see why it's called a Goliath. It can grow to 50 centimeters, making it the largest of all cockatoo species. Here it's seen letting out a mighty squawk. We kind of thought it resembles a tiny dinosaur. So there's a good reason why this creature appears to be snapping. It's an alligator snapping turtle. In these pictures by Katie Gregory, the reptile doesn't appear to be in the best of moods, however. And if he looks ferocious now, just wait till he's fully grown. These reptiles are the world's heaviest freshwater turtles and can weigh close to 180 pounds. Now that's hard to believe when you see them in their individual boxes or stacked atop one another in a pyramidal shape. Notice how even as babies, they show the sharp ridges on the shell shells that inspired the comparison to the texture of alligator skin. Like their fellow reptiles, these turtles also have jaws powerful enough to snap a human finger clean off. This is Mystery Mondays.